Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Heartwood Turnings in the Stable Studio. Got my tea. Got some friends in the background. I'll just introduce them first. Well, I use the term friend loosely. Jared says, late again. Can we go out and start again? Come back in again? No. Here we go. Who have we got? We've got Pete from the Twisted Trees.
I got my tea as well.
And he's got his dinner. We've got Steve from SK Craft. We've got Terry from TJ Turning. And
Good
we've
evening,
got
everybody.
the wonderful Joe from Yorkshire Grit.
Good evening.
Welcome along, guys. This is a first for me. So I'm going to be turning. I'll put you guys in the background again somehow. There we go. I'm going to be turning this little piece of walnut. At least I think it's walnut. The consensus of opinion is it's walnut. I may make a separate lid, which I've already got a round piece. A scrap piece from another project that we'll use for this. And we have one of these little ProCraft hinges that I've never used before. So this is a first. So we're going to try and use this little ProCraft hinge and see how we get on. Making a little box. So I'll fire this on the lathe and get it brought around. And somebody can tell me who's in. And we'll see how we go on. There may be advice required.
Who's doing it?
I'll do it.
No, you won't. You made a mess dinner time. I saw that.
No, she didn't.
Well, you do it then. You do it then.
Terry,
Yes.
Terry, I spent all of lunchtime making sure I was number 3 on the list, and you go and blow it out of the water in one sentence.
Yeah. General Craft and Creations, the first one in. Quickly followed by With Wizardry by Colin, Michelle O'Grady, Malcolm Douglas, the Tipsy Turner, Gerard the French Turner, Pete Twisted Trees, and we go down said list, Tommy's Workshop.
Make sure everything's nice and tight.
Wee
Spin the roughing
Val's
gauge.
in.
Turn the speed up.
Yeah, you carry on, Brian. I'll keep talking. I'll get to the end of it. Once they've said hello to each other, we got Michael McEwen and Shane Hurst. And we go. Robert Dolman's in. Hello, Robert. Brian Watkins is in as well.
Hi, Brian.
Todd and Glen Cove Woodworks is in.
That's Todd.
David Oatey's in.
Hello, David.
Harry Chitty's in. Susie the Swiss Turner's in. E-Mig is in, I think that's Leo. Roy's the boy. Andy Woodwork Learner. Steve SK Crafts, as we know, he's there now. Andrew Ivy Woodshed. Terry Bartlett. Woodturnings by Barry. Clive Rogerson. Eric Winkler. And so far, those are they.
We've got
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, all.
Welcome.
We've got the Yorkshire Git in, Paul Finley Woodturning at home.
Oh, they
And
come
we've
in.
also got Paul Hoyt and the Grimsby Turner.
And Neil M's in. My chat jumped around.
Yeah, it just jumped, doesn't it?
Yeah, just I couldn't find where it stopped. So
I did notice the Yorkshire Git is going to stop and get some beers on his way home. So
You can get me some wine while he's at it.
yeah, that Clint, get some wine for the woman.
What?
The woman
You need
needs
more
wine.
wine. You're not wine enough.
Woman.
Oh!
Gary Glass is in, and Brian's just jumped to the lead.
Robert Buchanan's in.
That'll be that round then, guys.
Did you see Clive Rogerson, James Crawford?
I did, but you're not listening.
Next
am
thing I need is
listening, I just can't remember.
Next thing is a little tenon. So make a 32 mil tenon to fit my SC2 chuck.
before you do that, can you just spin that piece over slowly?
Slowly.
Yeah.
So Dave Oakley's asking you a question, Brian.
No.
Question,
By
question,
hand,
question.
slowly. You want to see the grain all the way around.
All right. Sorry.
Carry on, Steve.
Dave Oakley's asking a question. Can someone please tell me when Brian will be turning some resin on a live? Please.
Not a chance.
He will. He will.
He will tell you, but it'll probably be after his fifth go
What-
because he'll cover the workshop.
What else?
First
What
go.
else do you want to see here?
Stick the tenon on the headstock end.
This end.
Yeah.
And the reason for that,
Hello.
Pete?
If you turn it over about halfway, a bit more, that bit.
This
That's
bit.
the reason for that.
So we'll put a 10 on there. So these are facing.
Yeah, so they're facing upwards.
So you want a 10 in here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
I know it's
hollow
a
it
pain in
there
the
then.
arse, but
Oh, it doesn't make any difference. Makes no. I might have to speed this up to cut it now, will I?
you
Craig
might, yeah.
Alexander's in. Hello,
You've
Craig.
got an hour and a half. You'll be all right.
Yeah, plenty of time. Make
So
four
just
of
need
them.
a little cannon. What about that? Is that close enough, you think?
Pound in the
Not
boot.
Yeah,
within
I
a
reckon.
bunger's go. That's only a wee small chop. It's only 32 mil. Let me just move this mouse out the way in case I knock it on the floor again.
Is that Morris?
Maurice.
Is that Morris?
Maurice.
Maurice.
There's no Morris in this house.
Did you say hello to Greg Alexander?
I did.
David,
Hello to
that?
Webfoot Resin Word Creations, David. Roger
Good evening,
Kent's in.
David.
Oh, I'll need
Trevor
that again.
P's in. Keith Jarvis is in. They're flying in there.
They are, aren't they?
So now I'm committed to
Michelle
making,
Higgins is in.
making two pieces, two different colours, because I'm not putting a 10 on this end. So I can remove this now and put it in the chuck. Which I will do now. Unlock everything.
Trevor P said Terry did some amazing turning at lunchtime. He turned into Pete. He
That's
did,
good, isn't it? I got that way of throwing my myself, not my voice. Just throw myself. And
Yeah, I've got to say, that'll be a big job.
Pete's doing it again in 2
wonder
weeks'
who-
time as well.
Oh, I
He
wonder
said-
who
It's only
three.
2 weeks. I thought it was 3 weeks.
Oh, maybe 3.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Bless him.
Yeah, he told me it wasn't September again for 3 weeks. So
Yeah, September
Yeah,
comes
but-
around, but 9 times a year.
I hate the Adobe chuck key.
Yeah, it does look a bit odd.
Wouldn't it be
Word
nice
in
as
it, be
in
nice.
good
Love
evening,
you.
Hugh?
Hi Hugh, welcome along with it.
I hear.
Tipsy Turner's in.
So I've just used the tailstock just to make sure that's square in the jaws, and then tighten the jaws up. This is a good dry piece of timber, so we should be okay. Once it's in, it should be fine. Shouldn't have to check it again. That should be tight enough. Now, this little ring is 52 mil on the inside. So there's a little, which camera am I? There's a little step in here. So I need to make a little mortise, and it's 52 mil. So I'm going to set my calipers for 54 mil, and then work down to that, I hope,
Creep up to it.
and creep up to it right.
Blair's in.
So let's move the tailstock out the way,
Evening, Blair.
Evening, Blair.
spin that right, and we'll try and mark this so as it's lift that up, so his calipers are on the centre line.
Alex of Wooden Things is in. Good evening,
No, he's not.
Alex.
Good
It's
evening,
Alex of Wild and things. Not Wood.
It's Wid.
No, it's not.
Wid.
It's Wid.
He
It's
said
Wid.
Wood.
I didn't. I said Wid.
Wood.
No, it's Wid.
What is the
Wait.
translation?
It's a Scottish thing.
For you posh English folk, that's wood. But it's
Oh,
Wid.
is that what it is? He's not from Scotland as well, is he? God, blimey.
Yeah, yeah.
He
many of
be
them
a
here.
Scottish laddie be. He be a Scots laddie be. So we'll just take a little bit off here.
It kind of explains it, doesn't it?
You know, it might have been better if I'd faced that off first.
Would have been.
Yeah, it would help.
Anyway.
help.
Would have been.
There we go.
Would have
Yeah, I'll just face it off now then.
Robbo
Robbo
Robbins
is
is in. Yeah.
Hi, Rob. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, Robbo.
Hi,
Good
Robbo.
evening.
Nice to see you,
Yeah,
buddy.
Robbo.
Oh, good day.
So I need a 3
Aye,
mil
Robbo.
pin in here. So that's not 3 mil. That's about 2 mil. Now let's try
Is
that.
that the depth? Is that the depth? The
Yep.
step, is it?
Yep, for the hinge, yeah.
The step on a hinge is 3 mil, and that's going to be nothing like it. That's not even close.
No, what you want to do, Bri,
I'll go
is
come in from this side.
yeah, but Bri, what you want to do
Yes, mate.
is make sure it's put it on an angle so that it's thicker at the back than it is at the front. So when the front fits or is a little bit too loose, it'll make a ring around it. And then
If I
you
just
can,
get rid of all that shavings there, you'll see the angle there.
Is it a bit
Yeah,
like
that's
a
it, yeah.
dovetail?
Is that okay?
yes, so yeah, that's it. So as soon as it touches, when it fits in, you can narrow it back to the line that if you spin it, it will work. Yeah. It
Yes.
would make a mark on it.
Right, so we've got a bit
King
That way you-
Owls is in.
have to
Good
recut
evening,
thing.
Martin, I believe.
Martin,
Yes.
you're going to have to recut it then. Just creep on up it and face it off if it's a bit loose.
Alex is saying he's just back from 2 weeks in Tenerife.
So
Oh,
a
the
little more.
lucky thing.
Is it nice and warm?
Most
getting
important
close.
thing, did you have a good time over there?
Of course, he had a good time.
Yep, the weather's getting better. I've been booking flights as well.
You have not.
Have you?
Yeah,
Right, so that's good now. That's just about sits on there.
Right, so you just
A
creep
little
up
bit-
on that
Just a
now
little
onto the
bit more
line.
to go. No, just a little bit more to go off that yet.
Stephen Wooddude's in. Hello.
Hi, Stephen.
Ben-
Evening, Stephen.
Benjamin's in. Benjamin's
Hi,
in.
Ben.
I've been.
Ben, this is Walnut, by the way, just to let you know.
That's it now. That's exactly where I need to be now.
Katie Shed's in.
So that's kind of holding that
evening.
just
Buddy.
perfect.
Even 20.
Now I need to make that 3 mil deep.
Copperell Woodturning. Good evening, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Evening, Rob.
Roy's saying he's off to Corfu in June.
I like
That'll be
Corfu.
warm over there. I've never been.
Yeah, it's nice.
Let's try that again.
Eric Winkler suggests you take a rubber hammer and knock it on. He said tap. I might split it because there's only a thin ring in it.
yeah,
It's
it needs to be a nice
Fragile.
tight
Nice.
fit.
It's not,
but
no, it's
not
quite
overly
it's
tight.
quite substantial, but it's not. I mean, it's not a big piece of wood. I just need to take a little bit off this tan completely because it's
Yeah.
tall.
Ben says it's a lovely bit of walnut. It is, isn't it, Ben?
His.
This
I
time
love
it is,
walnut.
Ben. Just for you. Yeah, Ben, I like those legs you made on Facebook for your live. Cracking looking.
Hugh's asking if the box will have rolled edges.
Well, I don't know yet. Could have. I haven't got a design in mind yet, so we'll just play it by ear, I think. See how we go on. Dropped on the floor, boys. That's what you get for putting things on the bed of your lathe. It drops on the floor.
Leo's pointing out that 3 mil is 1/8 of an inch for you, Brian.
Nigel Foster's just joined us. Hello, Nigel.
It would look better if the box
Hi,
was in
Nigel.
resin. Yes, Glenn.
Okay.
Benjamin is Ben Green.
So we're whinging about resin again, are we?
Nobody whinges, only you.
I'm not whinging. I'll turn a bit of resin if I had any, but I don't have any.
Steve's
Oh.
going to send you some. 24 inches diameter, 12 inches deep. He's going to send you the bowl.
Yeah, right.
As you fill up 2 fields.
That's 10. It's still too big.
Jennifer says
I know-
Nigel's been in ages. Well,
Yeah,
that's what she
Nigel,
is, nice.
I know he's been in ages. I'm just seeing if you were alert.
That's actually pretty
Nigel
good.
says,
Yeah. So
I
what
think-
I'll do is, because I've got that now, I can easily go to
Pencil
that
line.
camera
Joe
and then
missed
just
you,
put a pencil
Nigel.
line round there.
I didn't read the names out tonight. It was
You did?
Terry that missed you.
I didn't.
No,
You
no,
That's
missed
it.
it.
If I can get a bag off.
Oh no!
At least we know it's going to fit.
It fits up.
It fits all right. It's not coming off.
Hollow it out like that.
No,
No.
you're being ridiculous now, Terry.
I know, just a bit fun.
It will come
Don't
off. I
bend
just
it.
need to.
Don't
Just
bend
using
it.
my little. No, I'm not bending it. I'm just using this little tool here just to give it a wee price.
Nice fit, don't it?
Stephen Wooddude says, Brian, make a Wooddude lidded Easter egg instead of a standard box.
Oh no! We did go away.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I've done
Oh,
that.
turn
but
that
you
into
can
an
only
egg.
sell them for like 1 week a year, so they're no good.
There we go. I got it off.
Andy's just pointing out that the box is a bit shallow, Brian.
It's a bit shallow yet. Yeah, it is a wee bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
There's room
Bit
for
shallow.
improvement there, you. Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
yes,
the
it is,
next
sorry,
the
I
next
thought you said-
question is: should I do more with the outside before I hollow it? Because
Well,
that's
you want
the
to get
size.
shape, roughly, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
give
make
yourself a rough shape on the outside. You
Give
can always
yourself a rough
refine it.
shape that you want, so that you
no
won't.
idea what shape I want, though, guys. Gives a clue. What
You know,
shape do I want?
if you put a dip in it or whatever, then you won't want.
Yeah, well, I need to take
Sorry,
this
really.
down here, surely, so as I can
Alright.
see the hinge.
Or you shove it round.
Take it down so you just got a little step so the hinge butts up tight and you can't see the joint.
That's a nice raw
Yeah.
edge.
Just about half a mil or something there. Is that what I need?
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever the thickness of the metal is, roughly.
yeah, it is about half a mil.
Yeah. Ed Wilson's just joined us. Hello, Ed, from
Um,
Arizona.
And what did Jennifer say just above that, Terry?
Don't know.
Read it.
Jennifer says, "Hang on, Joe. I've just had the best. What's that saying?
I'll make it a bit thinner, will I?
Oh, do you know?
I can't read that. I can't read that. I put my other glasses on.
Jo is the best person to read the names out. She doesn't miss anyone. Just saying.
Whoa.
Need to leave a little bit for parting off there. We'll make it kind of beehive shaped or something.
I know what it was. I can read it now. Put my other glass on. Joe was the best. That was the best bottle of Bailey's you sent me I've ever had. That's what it was.
Oh, I love Baileys. It don't
So
last
Jennifer.
2 minutes.
It was Jennifer.
So
I
does,
see,
Jennifer, so does Michelle.
I'm struggling a wee bit here because I can't. There's no shape coming. It's not jumping out at me.
Okay, well
Yeah,
now what?
you
Leave it
lost
like
a
that,
bit, I
and
think.
right, leave it like that. Now, as you go over the top from where your lid fits, right, you
Yes.
go up your round bit, and then you come right down like an egg, but you don't go into an egg. You go down so it's the same size as the foot is the same size as the top.
Right. So just
Up
like
and down,
like
thin
barrel
that
shape,
down.
like a barrel shape.
Like
Is that
a
what you
Get
mean?
barrel
yourself a
shape, like a
pencil and
barrel.
put a line on and figure out your line first.
Yeah,
Figure out your
like
size.
a barrel.
Stick a line so
And
you've
you
got a
could-
visual reference.
I'm doing it. I'm
And
doing
you-
it. My parting
could
off line,
put-
you mean?
Yeah,
You could put
gives you a better scale then.
you could put lines in it like it's the bands of a barrel. You
So you want me to come from there and then out to the widest part about there somewhere, and then back
down
into
again.
there.
And then you could put bands like it's a barrel, and you could even pyro the lines on it to make it look like a barrel if you wanted to really, tear the
Barry's
backside
Wood
out of it.
Creations is in.
Right, Barry.
Barry.
Good evening. You're not
Good
late.
evening.
Never late, Barry. That's it, Gary.
Yeah, we
Whiskey
would
barrel.
need Mark to draw a picture, but he's having a meal in a very posh hotel tonight. So.
Yeah,
Yes, aye.
he's out on.
Yeah, he's living it up tonight.
So I'm just abandoned. He's just left.
The
Sorry.
way they treat their waiters well, don't they? If they give them a meal in a posh hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Stephen
think
just
you're-
says, Brian, don't listen to them. Make an egg.
Yeah.
Now, what I would do is I would take the base slightly narrower. You know the ginger jars?
Yeah.
I'd go for that sort of look.
The base is slightly narrower now, actually, but look at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that shape.
you can bring
I
the
tell you,
base in a
Leo's
little
in.
bit more
Hello,
still.
Lionel.
Hi, Lionel.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Susie suggests you make an egg as well.
Something about that kind of shape. Is that?
Well, you want the thickest part further up then.
I need to
Not
go
the
to
middle.
that camera, do I not? I bet.
You want the thickest
Yeah.
part further up, not the middle.
Thickest part up here.
Yeah. If you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
From
laying
there,
down with
just
that
bring
now.
it down so it's a fraction narrower than the top.
Glyn says he's away to go and get some beer and go home. See you shortly. Bring me some
Well done,
wine
forget
Glenn.
our
back, will
wine.
you?
Won't forget our wine.
Don't forget my wine or something, please.
Wine gums. She
Glenn, for
wants.
reference, I'm drinking Abbott tonight, not
She wants
Bloomberg.
wine gums, Glenn. That's what she wants. Wine,
Wine
gums.
gums.
Was that? She's already got those, hasn't she? Because she wines.
Hey,
So
hey,
wine gums.
steady.
Hey,
No,
Gums
they're
of wine.
whining gums, Terry.
Oh, that lucky.
Well, knock it back there, Brian. Back up
Back
to 2.
there.
I'm just trying to get this middle bit to come up a wee bit, Terry.
It just only a little bit up, but it should be up from center to make it that shape. It still looks like the bottom is thicker than the top.
I wonder could I use my skew for that? What do you think? Could I use my skew?
Slightly.
Well, I would.
Don't
I
know.
know
all
you.
of it.
I know you would.
For all of it.
No, I mean
Have you
white
got a
wine
cupboard?
or rosé.
Have you got a cupboard somewhere a bit high that you can't reach, Joe? Because Glenn's saying there's a lovely Rioja in the cupboard.
I know,
That
but
might
I'm
be a
kind of fancying rosé wine, a bit lighter to start off with.
Moan.
I'm not moaning, I'm just saying I fancy, that's what I fancy.
That sounds like a plan, that does, Nigel. Nigel
Thank you,
Foster's
Jennifer.
put. Susie, Brian will be turning an egg in a few weeks when Steve from SK sends him a resin blank. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
That's a perfect
Oh,
plan.
yes. Perfect.
That's a perfect plan. So stay tuned for Brian turning a resin egg.
stay tuned,
Fabergé,
Brian make
eat
an
your
answer
heart
in his
out.
workshop.
I'm not so sure that's happening.
Fabergé, eat your heart out.
I'm not so sure that's happening.
Dave Otis says, can we request Brian does a resin egg using the same hinge kit he's using tonight?
Yep,
Okay.
we can suggest that, Brian. Can you make
You
a
can
resin
sus-
egg?
You
Use
can
the same
suggest
inch
it.
kit. You'll be fine.
Susie is saying that, Nigel, I thought Brian will be turning a giant mouse out of resin Steve will send him. Well, you've got lots of options here, Brian.
Got all the projects coming, Bri.
I think I could turn the speed down a bit when I'm sanding, eh?
Mind you, don't sand that tenon on the end for your hinge.
Yeah, I haven't touched it.
Definitely.
I'm not anywhere near the town.
And what is it you're sanding at the moment?
That's 180, I think,
Okay.
because it's a nice, easy bit of wood and it's nice and smooth anyway. Off the skew, I just went to 180.
Yeah, you could see the finish
Ain't
off the
too
skew.
much.
So.
Well, it was getting a lot bit burnished. That's why I went with the sandpaper. Let me just check this again.
Is that triple R, is it, Brian?
I think that'll be fine.
Burnished.
Burnished. Yes, Terry. It's
Oh yeah, that
burnished.
sounds good.
Right, so we're putting little lines on here now. We've got burn
I like
lines
that.
on this.
Yeah, I would. Make it look like a barrel or something. Yeah.
So if I did a double line about there,
Would
a
burn
double
Paul's in
line
a
Paul
about
bit.
is in.
there, a double line about there, and a double line down about there.
Woodwind Paul is in. Good evening, Paul.
Evening, Paul.
So just a little bit down from the top, a double line, just like that.
Yeah.
And another about a third of the way down, about there somewhere. And then just past the middle again. Around there somewhere. No, about there somewhere. No, about there.
Oh, well, no, halfway down from there.
Down
That's
there.
it.
Oh, I need to get one
Yep.
down at the bottom as well, but
Yeah, but, all
so
right.
if I do
Well,
one
yeah,
at the bottom,
okay.
I do a
Yeah,
band
and
at the bottom
then
there,
work it out where you're going to put. Yeah,
and then put this one about here somewhere.
lovely job.
Nigel, all in capitals, has threatened you're going to get Michelle to cut the workshop power unless you turn something from resin.
That's fair enough.
No, she won't.
So what
want
should
me
we talk
now.
about when he's gone?
She won't do that. because that means I'll be back in the house then.
Yeah,
Rob
that's
was-
true.
Robert was saying that the hinge also makes a difference to the shape
It does.
when it's on, obviously.
Yeah.
No, Terry's not quite on the top of my list, Jennifer.
Jennifer will never be on the
But
top.
he's getting there.
I'm working hard.
Where it
on
works, Jennifer, is Mark and Brian are fighting for position 1 and 2,
Yeah.
whilst Terry and I fight for position number 3 and 4.
Pete's in position 3.
And
at
I
the
did
moment.
well at lunchtime. I was up at number 3, but Terry just blew me out of the water instantly
Yeah.
tonight. He got back from his holiday late this afternoon and straight back to number 3 without
Straight into
any
cutthroat
effort at
mode.
all.
And
Steve
Steve's at number 5.
Yeah, and Steve
He's
from
on the
SK
list.
Crafts.
Yeah.
Is number 5 on the list.
And that's just because he's joined us tonight.
It's just because he's
No other reason.
only because he came in.
Because he came in.
That's what Joe's like, you see.
No, I'm not.
What are you
So
doing now,
he's going to
Bryce?
give himself a bit of room to round off the end so he can get in and just finish a
Yeah,
little
you
bit
want
on
to
the
try
end.
and gold leaf those little pieces between
You can
the
get
burn
lost.
lines, and that'll match the top.
Actually,
You
that's
can-
not a
you
bad
can get
idea,
lost.
Terry.
It's a good idea, but I knew you wouldn't do it. Because the live are going to about 3:15 in the morning.
We'll just finish that off there.
I would say there's quite a lot of people from the chat are also on Joe's list. You know.
Yeah, they're not getting away with it. They're silently written in. Jennifer's one of them. Fucking on
No,
me.
she isn't.
Right, so that
Jennifer's
that
lovely.
gives me about a quarter of an inch or half an inch there to sand underneath. So that's not very nice now. I'll have to do something with that.
We hope
Just sand
not.
it.
Andy.
I am.
I'll just
Andy.
sand this edge.
Andy's asking if I'm
That's
singing tonight.
Just said we
God,
hope
no. If so, he
So
just
that
wants
was,
to know if he's got his own.
That was
Take
180
it, Andy.
straight to 240. Bring it over a bit. Won't take a lot of sanding because it's actually a nice piece of wood.
Has
I'll
it
just
been
do
nice
that
to
little
turn?
edge there. Yep, it's very, very dry though. That's the only thing.
Dave Odie's come up with a good suggestion that Michelle could do. She could hide the workshop Hoover until you turn some resin, and your OCD would get so bad you'd turn resin the next day. Michelle agreed with him.
You're probably right though. Right, that's enough of that, you nonsense makers. Right, we'll just finish the
looking good,
outside of that now.
It's looking good.
Just
Getting
finish the
nervous
outside
now.
of that. Who's getting nervous?
We've got
I'm
suggestions. There's some good suggestions coming through.
I'm never nervous, Joe. I don't do nervous.
Oh, look at that.
Now, before you waste Yorkshire grit, you might want to
Right,
hollow it out
waste it.
first.
Not at all.
Because if
I
you
have
come
every
through the side,
confidence in
you'll be-
myself. No, I
That's
won't be
fine,
going
yeah,
through the
just
side.
checking. Oh, that's
Not a chance, Daddy.
fine. 1 millimeter thick, mind. That's all.
It doesn't need to be a mil thick, Daddy.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
It'll be as thick. It'll be as thick as Steve leaves the bottom of his bowls. So there'll be no hollowing done at all then.
That's a hollowed out then.
So hang on a minute. How has this all of a sudden gone over to me?
Because you're sitting there all too quiet.
Just
Yeah,
Called
you
deflection, Steve.
just
It's called
'cause they're all
deflection.
threatening you, making sure you got to turn resin. You started on me. That's not.
Yeah,
fair.
of course.
Well, I'm going
Try-
to send you a piece of polyester now rather than a.
Oh no,
box.
don't you dare! You rat bag.
You've got 85 people watching you,
Yeah.
Brian.
What?
And they all love
Thanks,
you,
guys.
mate.
Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate that.
That's brilliant. Well done.
There's a little barrel. I don't know how I'm
However,
going to make a lid for this barrel, but no matter.
there's 85
Right, guys.
people watching, but only 31 people are enjoying it because only 31 put their thumbs up.
All right, okay. So I'm sorry about this, guys, but
Oh, look at that. That's a better. Nice way up.
Oh, sorry, correction. Only 5 people have put their thumbs up now.
How do I kill that noise?
The others have left.
Why am I Yorkshire grit in this end?
I have no idea.
I mean, either. Force of
Well, you
habit.
could Yorkshire grit to you, hollow it out, I suppose, if you got the time.
Yeah. Well, there's more than 3 minutes of wood left in that, though.
Yeah.
I have been guilty of not leaving enough wood on some projects.
So can I ask a question? Are you not putting the lines down it to make it look like a barrel then?
We did say that, didn't
Oh,
we?
you mean
Pyrograph it. Yeah.
Ah,
Make it look like a word.
And
Now, 'cause we're going for
you
ginger,
can
Joe.
be soft as your with light brown Yorkshire gritty. Oh my goodness.
I'll even do that edge there so that it's kind of just not quite such a snug fit.
Malcolm Douglas and Douglas Mungham are in.
Evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
You can mix that up, can you? Say Malcolm Mungham and Douglas Douglas is in.
Good.
Benjamin said he was in a strange mood today. He applied Yorkshire grit with a brush.
Get on.
Yeah, that was that was a bit strange, man. You know.
And Andy says, Brian, you need to put a new label on and add and use ear defenders too. Gee, thanks.
That's just bad.
That's just shocking. I mean,
Well, Gerard
I
is
can-
calling
I
for an
can-
encore.
Yeah, Gerald wants an encore. He's clapping so much. That
yeah,
creep.
Jared's
Creep.
got
Creep. Simple.
Jared's got an excuse though, guys. He's French, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
They thought Edith Piaf was wonderful.
Oh, careful. It could start an international incident there, you know.
You could start
Yeah,
an international,
Political
project
war.
there.
Don't do that, Brian.
Okay.
Hmm.
That grit is actually worked very
The
quickly
grooves,
there.
is it?
It's worked very quickly. So you don't have to get out the grooves, just put a bit of tissue on your nail and
Yeah.
run it around and it's back out again.
I'd say that's also because it's walnut. It just polishes, it cuts, everything it does well.
And we shall
I mean, there's own oil in it. It likes it, don't it? Or not? It comes up lovely.
turn the speed up. Give it a quick bit of a buff just with the Yorkshire grit on it first.
You seen Todd's comment? We may have just found the weapons the Ukrainians can use against Russia.
A battle bomb.
No, I don't think they were thinking that.
No, he's
No.
talking Yorkshire
I've got-
grit.
Oh, Yorkshire grit.
No, my singing.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
oh no,
I didn't like
that's-
to say
that's
that.
not-
But, you know,
Couldn't be,
And
couldn't
that
be
is
true.
why you're second on the list.
put it on a
Oh.
megaphone. You're away.
Now, I didn't know that, Ben. Apparently,
Well,
Gerald
well,
the French turner is going to return in a year.
that's just shame.
Retire
really?
and
Not in a
he can
year.
retire and just spend all his time turning.
I haven't
Can't
heard him
remember how
mention
many
that.
days now.
He hasn't said that,
Have
has
you
he?
heard him mention that? I think he said 317 the last time I heard him.
I think it's actually less than a year now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's flying by, Jared.
343 now.
343 days. Not that you're counting, Gerard.
Yeah, not that he's counting any. Oh, nice clean piece of cloth.
Ian Cook's in, unless I missed him earlier. Hello, Ian.
Oh, Ian.
Hi, Ian. Welcome along, buddy.
Good evening, Ian.
Ian's right, of course. He said if Joe did that, it'd be a war crime.
Ah,
Oh, Jennifer's creeping. Look. Joe is the
She's
best.
creeping
singer.
again, look.
Is,
The
is
bottle
there
of
something
Bailey's on the
about
way,
the,
Jennifer.
is there not something about the Geneva Convention about using white noise and stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what Andy's just said. Geneva Convention prevents a type of warfare. That type.
Yeah, it also prevents laying siege to capital cities and stuff. But
Mm.
it's not how
And
much
bombing-
effect just in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and bombing
missile-
civilians. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Alex says he's got 28 weeks to go before he retires.
Oh, that's no time at all.
All these people
There we go.
retired. Lucky.
How about that? Was that do? Is that nice and shiny?
Very nice.
That's looking
That's very nice.
That's a lovely
Right.
piece of wood, that.
The only
So
problem now is
far.
I can't see the
It's come
pencil
up
line.
So far, Brian.
You've
Oh,
you've taken off your pencil line. You might need to put it back on.
I
then.
put it back on, do it again, yeah.
Well, I'll just
You might
clean
as well just
this Yorkshire
find it
grit
was
off at the
skim.
end. See, can I see it? Go with that camera. Yeah, I can just about see it. Just there.
Just put it back on and make a new one. Not
I'm
just
gonna.
about. And you
I'm
find you
gonna.
can't, and it's gone.
I'm going to, Terry. Calm your drawers, Terry.
There you go. Now make a new one.
There you go.
And you can see the line.
Just because he's got a badge, eh? Just because he's got a badge.
He
Yeah.
is a bit of a, he is a bit of a
He's
nag,
bossy
guys.
tonight. He's bossy.
I mean, really.
Yeah,
he
that's
is a
because
bit.
Ruth's been bossing around all week. That's what it is. He's
All
gotta
week.
get-
All
yeah.
week. How about that?
Yeah, all week, yeah. He's been tortured all week. I know, really.
All week. Not just by Ruth.
Oh, yeah, of course
How
you were in a house
daughter?
with loads of women in it.
4 grandchildren, all girls.
I know, isn't it shocking, Terry?
So, a question for the chat.
We know whose genetics work there, then.
It's my wife's birthday in a couple of weeks.
Hmm.
Do you think she'd like an SK114 as a birthday present?
Well,
Oh.
if you put that wood dinosaurs on it,
I think she'd love one.
I'd you'd love it.
I think you'd be able
I know,
to catch
I know
it.
Reeford. Reeford.
It's Michelle's birthday in April.
We could buy her one
Date.
for that then.
What
What
date in
date?
April?
Roughly.
April the 20,
Taurus.
20 thingy.
20
Taurus or Aries.
22nd, I think.
It's my daughter's
Oh, Aries.
birthday,
22nd. No, it's Taurus.
April.
Taurus the bull. Does that ring true?
So I'm
We're
just drilling
with
a
a
hole down
spindle
through the
gauge
middle
on this one.
with the spindle gauge.
It's nice and hard.
See, no, that's all right. Got a bit to
Yeah.
go yet.
You soon know if you
Michelle
get
says
too far,
20
it'll go quick. It'll go
22.
forward quick. You know you've gone through.
Yeah. You know you've done a funnel in a bottle, yeah. Yeah, a funnel in a bottle instead of a message in a bottle. So look, yeah, just a little bit more. Right, that much. That went quick there. We'll stop now, I
Doesn't
think.
it?
Just check that.
Michael
Most
says
material
me.
suggesting it might not see me for a while after I wear it. But I gotta say, it's alright because he does throw like a girl.
Yeah.
A bit more. I could do a little tiny bit more.
Gary Glass, my birthday's in April too. If anyone's buying me a present.
My birthday's in April as well.
I think
My
that'll
best
do.
friend's birthday is in April.
So we'll just do a little bit of back haul in it. Ooh, that's warm.
Well,
I'll
you-
just wait a second until that cools down a little bit. And that's the line there. Well, we're nearly at the line now. It's not quite on it.
You're late for your finishing cut, wouldn't you?
That's the line now.
Dave Oakley's put all the good birthdays are in April. Mine's on the 9th. Mine's on the 11th. So everybody, I think there's one in every. That's what.
What your mum and dad was doing on them.
Mine's in September.
Would that be a little
Winter than
summer?
Joe. Cold winter than Joe.
Yeah.
Your mum and dad. Tommy's but a mere child. At the end of May, he's 50.
Yeah.
Hands up all those who got their 50th birthday this year.
Me.
You would.
Yeah, yeah.
25th, look at that.
You've got 90 people watching you, Brian.
How
We're all
many?
waiting for them. 90.
90.
90
We're all
people.
waiting for that magnificent catch. No pressure, Brian.
Ouch. Ow. Ooh, yeah. Aya. Ooh. You know what I just did?
Done.
Elbow stabber.
Elbow stabber.
Yep, Joe forgot to remind you, Bri, to take the tail
The
stop.
elbow stabber out. Yep, I know.
Well, I
Brian.
will say is I didn't feel a thing.
I've now got that shape in my elbow. It's not very funny. Ouch. Right, just right
How
there,
come I
right
got the
there.
blame for that?
Because your name's
you
Joe.
did. Who else can we blame?
Brian,
We
I've
can't
got
blame
a quick
Mark
question for
anymore.
you, mate.
No,
What's
but
that,
we can blame
What's that,
Steve.
mate?
Did you press record
No.
On what?
on the video
Camcorder.
camera?
Oh, yeah, there's a red light on it. Yep.
That's right then.
That'll get that's good.
I thought I'd
That's
remind
good
you in
viewing.
time.
Yeah. Nigel Foster tells us that Wednesday is Relays Day. What we getting then? Oh. David Alty says, question, could somebody remind Brian to take out the elbow stabber? Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it, Dave. Brian, you get to take the elbow stabber, right?
Okay, Terry, thanks for that, mate.
Welcome. What mate? It was Dave Alty.
Oh, thanks, Dave. So I'm just going to finish off the inside this with a little scraper.
Wow. Look at the size of
Down the
that.
bottom already? That's good going. Look at CL4. CL4, Nigel. We'll go. I know. Look at that.
There you go, Terry.
Didn't come through the side. Good man.
Oh, that's the wrong camera. That's the right camera. So there we go. In there. Touch the edge. Touch the edge.
That.
So we're all the way down to the bottom. And all we need now is a little bit of sanding on that, on the inside.
Benjamin says for Brian's 80th birthday, I'm going to buy him some skateboarding elbow pads.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Ben.
Bit late for that, Ben.
Elbow pads.
Thanks, Ben.
Leo is
that,
asking, excellent job, Brian, on the hollowing. Have you been
Thank
watching Richard Raffin too?
No. I'm not trying that.
Richard Raffin is good.
Yeah, I'm not trying that back hollowing technique, as.
So actually, between the two of us, we've done 4 different methods of following today.
We have.
Yeah. 3 funnels. Well,
No, only
at
2
the moment.
funnels. There's 2 funnels on top part I did.
All right. I'm seeing the rest of it. Yeah. But 2 funnels at the moment. Brian didn't finish yet.
Thanks for that vote of confidence there, Terry. I really do appreciate
no,
that.
absolutely. Mate. I mean, all the teaching you've had, you should get it right now.
All right. All right.
Led like a sheep.
Where are we going in July, Terry?
Where are we going in July? I ain't got a clue. Oh, we're
Yeah,
going to
see
see
Glenn.
what's he called then? We're going to Glenn Lucas's place to teach him how to wood turn.
Yeah, we're going to Glenn Lucas to teach. Yeah, right enough. So
All of us.
Yeah.
He's got to suffer us for a week.
There are 4 of us mad hellions going to Glen Lucas for 3 days. 3 days.
4 days. I can't remember. There's 4.
Well,
3
That's
days
3
training.
days.
Going for 4 days.
3 days training. At Glen Lucas. That'll be
3
interesting.
days training and
3
1 day
days.
recovering from a hangover.
There will be some social media posts, I have to say.
Well, only a few.
I may even do a few little live YouTube videos.
Whoever could get to the telephone in time to make the video.
Depending on what Glenn's Wi-Fi signal is down there.
Ah, yeah. Who's that?
It's probably pretty good because he does online IRDs, doesn't he? So,
Oh, he does,
I
eh?
think.
Yeah, but he might not want us hellions on his Wi-Fi.
What do you mean,
They're
Ben?
saying,
Or Glenn?
will the place survive? Not sure.
So I said, what did Glenn do to deserve that?
Well,
He's a
advertised.
good teacher. He
He
advertised.
advertised and we thought it was a good
he
idea.
advertised, and he was having, whatever. So we felt we'd go there and see how good he really is. Make him work for it. Teach us reprobates.
Yeah, teach. Yeah, try and teach us reprobates. That would be a good thing.
Jennifer says there will be trouble ahead. That is correct. Right?
There may be
Jennifer,
trouble ahead.
There will.
They are, Trevor.
Standing
I'll sit
sealer in there.
in the wheel bay.
Just used my finger today because I couldn't be bothered getting a bit of cloth.
Good job, you're
There we go.
colouring.
wouldn't make any difference. You use your finger for that as well.
Are you
Yeah, I do,
Yorkshire the inside as well?
Oh, well, I might as well. Might as well make it
We've got to
decent.
make it nice and perfect, yeah.
Although I don't like these wee marks on the outside here. I don't know what's going on there. You see them, Terry?
Gerard.
That's where you generated heat when you was turning the middle
Yeah,
out.
that's right, yeah.
Might have been, eh? It's melted the wax. We'll just have to re-wax it.
Melted the wax, yeah. Yeah, that's why I said you should have hollowed out first.
No, it wasn't, Terry. You were just worried I was going.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
You just told me.
Gerard saying, Brian, did you win the lottery? Question.
Why?
Glenn's prices are pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Gerard, you have to understand these things. Brian's loaded.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's paying for all of us as well.
No, he's not.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so he is.
Just if you want any more tins of Yorkshire, just ask him. You know
Joe?
the rules.
Hands of your pity can be soft
Shut
as
that dog
your
up.
face, with light brown Yorkshire gritty.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's just the sounding sealer. What's she going to sing next?
That's Yorkshire Grip, Muppet Head.
Yeah, just trying
You pay
You're
attention,
supposed to
will
be
you?
watching what he's doing.
Thanks for watching, Terry.
Who watches Brian?
Your lovely
thanks-
wife is
thanks.
concerned, Brian. She says, "How's your knee?"
Thanks for my knee's
And
okay.
you put 3 really sort of major laughing faces after that question. So, not
Yeah.
sure if you're concerned or not.
Sideways laughing.
Your neighbour. No, you know what that is? That's a veiled threat.
Yeah.
It's very thinly veiled, I have to say.
I.e., don't come in the house until you've apologised for something you've done wrong.
Yeah, something I've done, and yeah, I have no idea.
It's probably something you did 14 years ago and you can't remember.
It could have been 14 minutes ago. I wouldn't remember, Terry. Right, there we go. That's enough of that. A little bit of this in it now. I'll do the outside again. A little bit of Hampshire sheen.
Andy Woodward Leonard says, "Damn it! I
you
didn't get the
gonna be
window
super gluing
closed
that
in
way,
time.
wasn't
I heard that live."
What'd you say there, Steve?
You going to be super gluing that hinge on that?
Oh, am I?
Sand it.
I'll have to sand that wee lip out a tiny little bit. That'll be alright. That'll be right. Terry?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because I wasn't looking. Don't forget,
speed.
by the way, you have to wipe the polish off the rim.
Okay. Wipe the polish off the rims, that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks,
I
Terry.
don't know, actually. Would super glue stick to it? I've never tried it on polish. Might, because it's the way
Not
it
the
is,
wax,
it might
no.
actually go through.
Well,
Friction fit might hold it, but other than that, nothing
friction
else.
fit might hold it enough, and the super glue just give it that extra bit of support. But
Mm.
Alright. It's alright. Fear not. I'll fix that now. Right now.
You're not, said he. There we go. Look at that. Look. Gently. Just dust it off. And on the tenon, going to do a tenon as well or not?
Well, if I do it on a 10, I might make it loose.
No, I mean just a fraction, just to skim the wax off and not actually take the tin
there's
off.
actually quite a good glue surface on the top of that hinge.
Okay, just a midgin.
There you go.
That's it. Good man.
Ah,
Ben said he's loaded and still refuses to get an SK114.
Yeah, he's just doing that for Devilman. He probably got 6 in the drawer.
I can't afford an SK114. They're too expensive, guys.
And what's more,
No,
we
you
won't
won't.
let him buy one because what are we going to take the mickey out of him for then?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 9
I'm
of
sure you
chucks
could
anyway.
find something.
Yeah,
No,
you got,
that's
you got
true.
9 of the chucks.
No, Glenn's got 9 chucks. I've only got 5.
12
Oh,
sets of chuck
right.
buddies. You know, come on.
Right, there we go. That's that done. So now I can
Dave Otis asked a serious question. He said, will meth take off the wax?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it will.
well, it.
See, so you didn't have to worry about that. You could just methylated spirit it up.
Really?
Yeah, but getting a
got-
crisp edge on meth is not so easy.
Just give it a wee rub of methylated spirits there now. There you go. Just like that. Perfect. Methylated spirits. Right. So
Question,
I can part this off now.
Rob's saying, what's the budget, Brian? I mean, I'm not sure what you're saying about the budget. What do you mean by what's the budget?
The budget for what?
Yeah, Brian don't have a budget.
Lift that up a wee bit. Camera on overhead still.
Gerard saying for the price you got to go to Glen, you could get 2 SK114s. No, you couldn't, Gerard. You could actually afford the fuel for 2 SK114s nowadays.
Brian,
Yes, mate.
number 3.
I know. I'm up.
You just ordered another 10?
He's drinking far too quick tonight. That's what's wrong.
Yeah, I got a
not like
thirst
that.
after the weekend.
It's not like I'm going slow or anything.
Douglas Mungham is asking if you're going to buy a robust lathe. That was going to be a
No.
surprise, Douglas. You shouldn't have spoiled it.
Absolutely, I'm not buying a robust lathe after the review that I got from a friend of mine who has seen it close up. Who shall remain nameless.
Yeah. Why nameless? Oh, well done, Brian. You caught that.
Now, what about that, Steve? Look,
Stephen.
still in my hand. Look at that.
Well done, Brian. Well done, Brian.
Remember that, Steve?
I'll send you a little gold star for that one.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
With a rounded lump of resin.
Yeah.
That's looking
That's it.
good. That's looking even better.
One little barrel. It's
Whoa.
cool. Right, now, lid. So we're making the lid out of different material, apparently. According to these guys, they said it should make it out of different material.
I'll let Pete suggest the lid design.
Well, ginger jar, it's going to be a little domed lid. And my theory is that the gold band of the hinge gives you a natural break. So you're allowed to change timber.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Agreed.
So what I need to do now, I need to make a little tenon in here so I can turn it around. Do I? No.
Is it not on a 10 in there?
It's on a tenon now. It's in a tenon. So I need to make the tenon for this ring.
All right.
Yeah.
You make tenon for that ring, and then inside that tenon you make a mortise that you're going to put on your chuck where you turn the top of it.
Yeah, okay.
And then your mortise also, or you can dome
So I
the
need this
inside
first.
slightly.
I need to do this first.
Make it
54
finish
mil,
before
just
you
make
start.
Sure that's 53 mil. 54 mil, that's perfect. So just let's try and get this in. Can't really see that, can you?
Yeah, we'll guess.
There you go.
Susie's asked whether they'd be made out of resin. Of course not, Susie. That would be silly.
Yeah. It's only he hasn't got any, Susie. If he had loads of resin, he'd be turning it.
No, it wouldn't.
And Gary said, I'm starting a GoFundMe page to get an SK114 for my birthday. This is 1st of April, if anyone missed my earlier comment. Just saying, again.
So I'm just bringing that down to just to meet the line.
Is that 3 mil as well?
Yep.
If so, I'd make it 4 mil and then face off a millimeter. That's you and face off.
Tom Tango Parker has joined us.
Hi, Tom.
Good evening.
Welcome along, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Tom.
So
Welcome to the second half, Tom.
Yeah, you got to creep up on it there.
You did last time.
Just clean that front bit off a bit first. Perfect.
is that to your satisfaction, sir?
It is.
No.
Yeah.
You cleaned it off with a spindle gauge. You got a nice finish.
I could have, but I sure
You
I've got a
don't
nice
need
finish
to
anyway.
because it's going to be underneath the
I'm
hinge.
gonna,
It's just
I'm
that
gonna hollow that out a wee bit.
it needs the crisp edge between the center of the
So-
hinge and the
So we're kind of back
lid of
on
the
there
hinge.
so we can see the angle that I'm
Back on
attacking
the
that at.
angle.
Yeah.
Just like that. Go back to that again for you. Let's have a look here. See will this fit. Nah, good bit to go yet.
Well, it's better to be taking wood off than trying to cut another tenon.
And just take
Bring
off
me
about half a
watching
mil at a
who's
time.
a less experienced turner. I love
Who do you
these
think you are?
hinges
Who do you
personally.
think you are, Big Wolf?
I've got a thing about them, but you need to make sure that there's a little tab that locks it, and that needs
Just
to
here.
go on the lid. So you've got to make sure you've got the hinge the right way up when you do each piece.
The
Yeah.
little tab goes on the lid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done it the
Oh,
wrong way
this-
around then, Bruno.
You mean this bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little flower piece or bow.
Yeah.
That's a little bow. That should be on
Catch.
that should be on the lid.
Yeah.
Catch.
So that goes on here. That's the way I'm doing it.
Good
Yeah,
work
I
there,
just find
Andy's
that for other
asking.
people.
Andy's asking how often do you sharpen the parting tools?
Every time we use them, basically.
Well, that one you got there, the one you're
This one here.
beating,
A sharp
beating
with
and
the full
parting
starter.
tool, is that?
It's a beating and parting tool. Yep.
Every time, Andy.
Yep.
I sharpen
basically
my
it.
parting tool every time I remember to sharpen my parting tool,
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
Which is once a month.
which is not
Yeah.
often enough.
Well, Benjamin says that's the first time I've heard Brian say "we" for little. I was worried he
Oh, we.
wasn't really Scottish, but now I know he is.
He's learning, Ben. He's taking
Got that
lessons.
stuck on again as well.
That's a good fit then.
You're stuck on, that's good.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit too. The problem now is that this little bow actually sits above the.
That's
Yeah,
okay,
the
because you're going to take
edge
it into a
of the line.
dome when you spin it over, aren't you?
All right,
Yeah.
Emma. Okay. Shut up, Brian. Oh no, wait a minute. Put this back on.
Mark.
Pencil.
Pencil line.
What you doing with my pencil?
Don't forget, you want a tenon. You want a mortise in there to
Mortise
take
in here, yeah.
chuck, don't you?
I
So
know.
it'd be a chuck
I've lost my
mortise
pencil.
size.
We don't need one, we don't have Brian.
What you say?
Nothing.
No.
You could actually use the outside as your
You could grab that.
holding in the chuck,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could, if it fits.
But we're not going to tell you that. You want a nice mortise inside that.
Right.
Dome
I'll
the
do that.
mortise.
Dome,
I'll
The
do
little
that.
flat.
and then on that mortise, if you put a little tenon on it, it'd be perfect.
Yes, dear. Yeah. Yes, dear.
So you want a tenon with a mortise with a tenon, okay? Just
We've
check.
been through this before.
Hang on.
We've been through
Was that Terry? Tenon with a mortise with a tenon.
Yeah.
Don't you need a mortise inside that one?
Oh,
Yeah.
We've been here once before.
That would
It's
be
not
cool.
happening again.
The last one only lasted an hour and a half. You learned.
Yes, keep moving.
Right. So your jaws fit inside that then?
No, I'm about to find out.
Because you want to dome that bit, don't you? No.
How big
Yeah.
do you do that?
I can just hollow that out, though.
I mean, you don't need
Nice,
to be
nice
that
shape.
big. You could have got away with a cup of 3 mil.
No, it didn't need to be that deep. Yeah, you're right, Steve. It didn't. But I'm going to hollow this bit out now and make it domed on the inside.
Right.
No, you're on the right camera, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
yeah.
You could etch. You could etch your logo on the inside then.
So if I just take that in there a little bit and then just hollow that out there, that's fine. So I'll do that now. And just bring that in across there.
You should have had a little flat actually as you turned the corner. Then. Just so
I
your
have got a
jaws
little
fit it.
flat just here. There's a little flat just in that first edge for about 4 or 5 mil.
Okay.
And then it starts to come across.
Don't go too far deep because you
Yeah, I know.
make a little dome, aren't you? You won't be able to part it off. We're finishing up. Be too big.
It's going to be fine. Stop panicking, Terry.
I don't panic.
And I'm going to finish that off with a little hollow into a little
Scrape.
scraper.
Yeah, just that diddy one.
Yeah, just this little small 1-inch one. Like what I could do is I could use the beading and part tool and just finish that edge off as well.
Do we know what that wood is, Brian? Just interest.
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
You think it's a bit cherry, but
It looks kind of cherryish, that sort of pinkish colour.
yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed cherry. That.
Yeah.
Does it smell nice?
Does it smell
Yep.
fruity?
Doesn't
Or
smell
look,
cherry,
it
though.
smells cherry.
Does it smell fruity?
So I'm just finessing that a little bit just to try and make it nice, and I want that
Joe?
edge to be nice
Yes.
and sharp.
Sing.
Why would I sing now?
Well, just to wake a chat up. That's all.
Oh, why is everybody went to sleep?
Very
No.
funny.
Oh, excuse me.
To catch them all on the wares, and then they won't have time to shut the
Well,
doors.
you certainly could finish that inside now and sand it
Yeah.
and grit it.
Take a will, sand that, and then finish that.
Yeah. Try not to get
Don't you want to measure it and see if the
outside edge.
chuck-
Yeah, just do a measure check.
We'll see if the chuck jaws will go in it, you mean?
yeah.
Well, check jaws and
Yep.
check the lid on it.
32 mil, 42 mil expansion. That's exactly 42 mil. Would you believe that?
Check the hinge on it.
It's almost like you practice that, Brian.
You almost think I knew what I was doing there. It's actually 43 mil. Check the hinge will still fit on it.
RPM Woodworks has joined us. Good evening.
Oh, man.
Give that a wee tap and that'll go on perfect.
Perfect. Look at
Grand
that.
job. Now try to finish it without touching that edge because you want to glue.
Yes, no, I'm not. Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll remind you this time.
Oh,
Are you going to stick the box on it just so you get the same diameter, or are you going to have the lid overlapping, or what? You know?
I don't know. We'll see. No,
How's the lid going to be?
I thought Pete was advising this half,
He is, but
Yeah.
he seems to be.
and you were supposed
Well,
to be quiet.
we're going to spin that around. We're going to do a nice little dome,
Mhm.
which is going to just fit inside the lid and look nice. It's going to be grand.
Ideal.
Think ginger jar style. That's what it's going to turn
Yeah.
out as.
Little dome lid, just same diameter as the actual outside ring, or just a
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. Good man.
Are you still awake, Steve?
Oh
That'll
yes.
do. Sanding seal.
It's unusual for you to be so quiet.
I'm just
I got to say, Joe did
Um,
really well staying awake today.
just
Come
watching and learning.
I can
I
hold
know
my
for a
head up
fact
high.
she was partying until late last night. So
Joe was, yeah.
You were on the
she was
pub
out
last
on the
night.
Raz. She partied
On
till
the
late.
pot, was you?
She stayed awake all the way
Well
through
done,
the day.
Joe.
Well done, Joe.
But she didn't wake
Thanks,
up till
Pete.
10 to 1.
Yeah, but I didn't look like that like you did.
Ready, Joe? Ready?
Oh, again.
4 times today.
Oh god.
I mailed him
Sing,
up
Joe,
here
sing.
this week.
Sing, Joe.
Hands of
Hands of
pity
pity
can be
can be
soft as your face. With light brown
What about for time, guys?
beauty.
Oh, it was only 5 minutes past 9. You got
9.
another hour to go, yeah.
Loads of
Hey,
time.
you're doing grand.
Lewis is on at 9:30.
This is on 9:30 because of the
We're not, it's only a video, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not bothered to come in here, is he? So
Is he not in?
wait.
Wait till I see
No,
him.
he's not. He's not in actually, no.
She's busy.
Might be having his
Yeah.
tea.
He's busy playing with a 3D printer.
Ah,
He's hypnotized. He's making an Eiffel Tower.
was he?
He said it's been on for 17 hours. This was earlier today.
Yeah.
It's been on for 17 hours and it's 46% done.
Yeah, they're not quick. They're not quick.
Jennifer's Crafting Creations reckon Joe's got a voice of an angel.
Jennifer's a member of the Deaf Society of England.
Deaf Society. Todd at Glencoe reckons you need some more.
The Musically Challenged Society.
I'm just going to chuck a link into Lewis's
Video.
main site because he's just doing a video. It won't be showing until 9:30 tonight, but
So
there will be a new video on there at 9:30.
Cool.
If you haven't
Look,
subscribed to
Lorna
Lewis
says-
Over, guys, you know what you're missing. He's a brilliant turner. Absolutely brilliant.
A Klondike
Yes.
craftsman.
Very much
He's
so.
got lots of experience.
Not a bad bloke either, is he, really?
Yeah, he's
Ain't
not
a
a
bad
bad sort.
bloke,
Yeah.
really.
Oh, bad bloke.
For a Canadian.
He's a reasonable,
Canadian.
decent fella for a Canadian, yeah.
Dear
Tick
me.
magnets in. Hi all, just got in from the shop. Sorry
You have
you're
to
late. Well, you're not late, mate.
You're not late. You're not late at all, mate.
You're early for Brian's next
Good evening.
time he's on. Thursday.
There we go. And that's the inside finished.
And it says Joe's got a voice of an angle grinder. Thanks very much.
So between Angel and Angles grinder.
There's some really nice people in this chat now today.
Yeah. Isn't there just?
Could be worse.
Put
At least
that
it's
on.
angled
What I
grinder.
might do is just put a little piece of paper on this chuck
Just to make
Yeah.
So it doesn't mark it.
so we don't mark it. And see will it hold it. This will be interesting.
not too tight because you've got a mortise with a tenon on the outside, which is
So, Brian,
Yeah.
Paul Cavanaugh said if you've got an hour left, you could get some resin down to you.
Thanks,
Oh,
Paul.
cool. In the car. Where you go?
This might not
Sorry,
work.
yeah, Tipsy Turner. Lewis is the Klondike craftsman.
It does heat.
No, is it Klondike craftsman? Klondike
The
Turner.
Klondike
Klondike
craftsman.
craftsman. The
You have
Klondike.
to put the in or you won't find it.
Yeah, it does need that in front of it.
That's the one I need. No, it's not. Why are they all? Oh, I don't know. My piece of paper is a little bit too short. Who left that in there?
You.
I know, it's bad. Really bad.
You could cut that paper in half and then it went.
It's alright. Got it.
Just checking.
It's got
Wrong
it.
way.
You could save.
Wrong way again.
Scotsman, you could save it, can you? For next time.
You have to watch yourself on the chuck while you're doing this bit because you're going to be close to it.
Not too tightly, crack it.
I know.
Yep, just turn it into it just before it cracks.
Oh, nice. How do you work that one out?
Well,
Just turn it just before the first crack.
Just
If it
before the
cracks,
first crack
you've
and
gone
then
too
stop.
far.
Now what I might do is I might stick on my face shield because if this comes off I don't want to hit the tubing. So I'll just pop on my face shield just to be on the safe side.
Gary said, and no one sings on his lives. Gary, he doesn't do lives yet,
You can do nice.
but when he does, I am sure that Joe will be there earworming for him.
To sing.
God help the Americans.
Mm.
So I have to make this dome shaped. They come this way, like a bowl.
Yeah.
You don't want to use a bowl gauge, right? Quarter-inch bowl gauge. Better cut.
I could, Gary.
No, you could.
This one.
Well, because you're going around as well, so you'd have less. It might start to chatter as you get right around the other side. That looks like a bit of cherry as well. That
I
colour.
have to take a whole lot of this.
Yeah, you're going to take some down. You're going to be really close to that chuck, so you have to watch yourself.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind the size of that hinge because you need to hit that perfectly, but you can't see it.
Yeah, that's true.
No pressure then.
No.
Nah. Be fine.
None whatsoever.
It's easy for a man of Brian's capabilities.
So what we'll do is, whoops. We'll just take this down in diameter first a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't actually matter if you've got a flat and then a dome. That's okay. That'll work.
Tipsy Turner is suggesting, I think Ryan and Joe should earworm for Wayne, the wood turner. That would be fun.
I reckon it would, actually.
I have
Very good.
earworm for Wayne on a couple of occasions.
Me
Yeah.
too. I don't think Wayne would put up with my singing.
No.
I don't know why
What's
not.
supposed
He
to reply to that?
he puts up with a whole lot on his channel.
Well,
End of the day, we all support each other, so
Take that.
Yeah, we all
good.
do. Yeah.
I knew I was going to do that. No
Yeah,
drama.
that was because you were
Yep.
half a turn before the first crack, wasn't it?
You know, Donald Joe's without it, but never mind.
You Donald Jones really have.
Yeah, if you'd have had
Yeah, just get that in.
SK114, that would have been fine.
Would never have fallen off when SK114.
Yeah.
Shut up, Terry.
No, yes, Brian. Don't forget the first crack.
Benjamin says, I think Wayne has higher standards these days.
Oh,
Oh, fair enough. No comment.
And Nigel counters up with, I would watch his live if you two were on his live. So, split opinion there.
Hugh's asking Steve, how is Nikki feeling today?
she's feeling a lot
With
better.
her hands.
She's feeling a lot better. Thank you.
That's good to hear.
She will be back next Sunday for sure.
Good.
Thank goodness for that. I'll not have to chop carrots next Sunday.
We'll all
Did
look
he
forward
chop
to
one?
that.
Is that all he did? One?
Yeah.
Malcolm Douglas has said, hold it on the tenon which is covered by the hinge. Yep, that's certainly a good way of doing it. But just as long as it is broad, really.
But then you can't actually cut down to that tenon with the chuck hold in there, can you?
With light cuts, you can get away with a lot.
So I just need to get down to about a mil. Isn't that right, Pete?
Yeah.
You might want to speed the lathe up a bit, Brian. Only that it will cut a little bit better. So
It's at 1300
cuts.
revs already.
like there's a tiny piece of timber in it. So
Yeah, of course a wee tiny.
yeah, I've got 2000, and then you can
Okay.
you take light cuts. You cut it easier. So
That's 2000 revs there.
yeah, it's cutting a lot easier. Look. You could take a diameter down with the parent tool, really. You're beating parent.
Oh, that's all right.
Colin of the Wood Wizardry is asking Finial.
Ooh, that's not go that far, Colin.
I don't think it's appropriate on this one, but yeah,
Yeah.
Finial for a lift-off lid, but this is a hinge lid. It's
Bit
Different.
different, isn't it? Keith Jarvis, he says, sorry all, time for me to go, early start in the morning for me.
Like Keith,
Right,
Alright,
Keith,
cheers,
thanks
Keith.
for calling in, buddy. Appreciate it.
thanks for joining us.
Jennifer saying, come on guys, get those thumbs up please. Over 90 people chat and only 56 thumbs up. That's because the rest of them don't like it, Jennifer.
Yeah, come on. Choices. Hello, Mark Stroughton. Your wife's in here. She's been going on and on and on, Mark.
So this
Evening
is
to you,
just
mate.
a dome, Pete. There's no little knob on the top or anything.
No, just a straight dome.
Thin dome. You have to go down a bit.
That
Quite a
little
bit.
bow on the hinge is the bit that you're going to be opening it with. So you don't need anything on the top.
Is that too thick a dome then? Is that too thick?
Yeah.
I would be inclined to go a little bit thinner myself, but it's up to you. You're a better artist
Don't
than
forget-
me anytime, Brian. So
You got to remember where your how far you hollowed it out. Yeah. But I would go half that thickness if you've not hollowed it that far. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A delicate lid then on a gold lid. You know, hinge, nice.
It'll set it
it's
off.
a good shape as long as it fits right.
Yeah.
Grandpa Jim Woodturner is in. Better late than not
Hi,
at
Jim.
all. Well,
Evening, Jim.
evening, Jim.
How about that for the
Thanks
shape?
for
Is that
coming
right?
in, mate.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'm liking that shape.
Very nice.
You can just about see it through your visor.
They said
Oh,
you're a
sorry,
far
guys.
superior artist to what I am, but my eye says that's good.
That's
Yeah,
no good, is it?
that's
No.
Looks almost looks like a
No.
Tunnocks tea cake.
Oh,
So it's good.
Hey, Joe.
Always think of food.
What? Oh,
You're rattling some chocolates.
I'm gonna sort him out.
Ooh,
You're not rattling
Oh,
chocolates,
Oh,
do you?
look, Snickers.
he's in trouble again.
Malteser.
Ah,
Maltesers.
I thought that was a piece of wood, but it's actually a piece of tissue flapping there. I'm going to leave that
nice.
at that and just sand
That's
that.
nice shape, Brian. That's good shape, mate.
Looks like half a donut.
Half a donut.
Looks like half a what?
Donut.
Half a donut, yeah, okay.
Oh, be careful
Oh,
with that.
like a
Benjamin will
donut.
be in.
Ben, thanks to one of them Mac things.
Ben's already asking Mark, does Jennifer have very poor taste in music? I have a feeling. Definitely a
Yeah, so
Tunnocks
do
tea
I.
cake shape.
Ben thinks she does because she likes your singing. That's what it is, Joe.
Joe, has Glyn brought you that wine yet? Andy? No, he's not home yet. I don't know what he's doing. I bet he's drinking it.
Yeah, exactly. He's in the pub.
Out in the car. He's out
No,
in the
he's
car
sat in
drinking.
car outside thinking, I'm going to have some before she woofs it all.
Yeah. Before I give her the straw.
Straight to 240 grit. In fact, I'm going to go to 320 here.
Oh,
Because
320.
You devil.
Mark's on the same level as wavelength as me. No, Ben, she's not. Ben asked if Jennifer's got a bad taste of music, obviously. And Mark says, no, Ben. She's got a great taste in everything. See, that's the way
Right,
to make a woman love you.
yes, mate.
You're on your last can.
That's it, mate.
Oh, no.
You got another 10 minutes. The can's been
Oh.
opened.
The pressure. Oh, my God, I can't stand the pressure. Yeah, right.
Got another 30 on the table if you want to keep going, you know.
Oh, yeah, so I kind of thought you might say that, actually, Pete. I knew there'd be a get-out clause. So a little bit standing still.
Dave Oatey suggests that Glyn might be out in the car waiting until it's safe to come in from the singing.
Hiding from the singing. That actually could be the case. He's watching this on his phone.
Just watch yourself.
What?
That's
What
why
have I
you're
done
number
now?
2.
I'm sure you're getting me confused with somebody else.
Absolutely not after that
I think-
comment.
I think you've confused me with Douglas Mungo or somebody.
Oh.
Jim said my notification was for 4, and
Sure,
it's
yeah.
5 here Eastern Standard Time, so not late after all. Yeah,
Oh,
we
you're not.
don't change our clocks until the 27th, I think it is.
That's right.
Something like that.
Last Sunday of March. And then we
Everything
will
gets
actually
light.
have a better fit with both the Americans and the Australian audience.
Yep. We'll get more of you guys in on our lives. That'll be
Yeah,
good.
because you're going to wake up quick enough.
Hands of your pity can be soft as your face, with light brown locks are gritty.
Oh, Gerard's off for the week and he's got his first tuition tomorrow. Who's that with, Gerard?
Oh,
Glenn?
tuition.
Glenn Lucas?
You wait to see Glenn. Off
Alright,
up to
it's
see
Glenn
Pat
Lucas.
Carroll, maybe.
Gerard's another one that's loaded.
He's maybe wait to see Pat Carroll.
Symphony.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Yep,
have a
absolutely.
good time.
Enjoy whoever it is you're getting lessons from. Enjoy it.
Have a nice week off.
Yeah.
That's the answer, Gerard.
Don't speed up.
Looking good.
Mm.
That'll do for your
I've just had a
cigarette.
week- I've just had a week off. Nice.
A week.
I was going to have a
Hang
day
on.
off the
How did
horses
you
this
have a
morning.
week off when Brian had to cover for you 1 week and I had to cover for you the second week?
Yeah, because he,
Well,
cause
I've
he,
had a
went-
week
Just
off.
just over a week. You know,
'cause he went from Monday to Tuesday. He's not so soft, is he?
And what did you have a week off from?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Being
not work anyway,
retired.
that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a point. Yeah, that's a good point, Steve. What do I have a week off from?
He's had a week off from doing lives. That's what he's had a week off from.
Yeah, I've had 2 weeks
You had
off
a
of
week
that.
of changed environment. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, it
your
is.
next holiday is going to be from Tuesday to Sunday, so you don't miss any lives. Is that right?
I don't know. I might do Sunday to the following Wednesday week.
You could do this Thursday, Terry, because I'm taking Thursday off.
Oh yeah. No, I can't do Thursdays.
Woodwork Learner says that's 3 times tonight, Joe. What do we do to deserve that? Well, actually, I've done it 4 times. And you're so lucky.
Thank you,
So you
Jim,
actually
for
take
welcoming me
Thursday off
back.
then, Brian?
I'm taking Thursday off this weekend.
I might do it.
Aw.
I
Looking
have
at a
some.
piece of wood over there.
Oh, you have a decent piece of wood sitting on a nice faceplate ring in
You
there.
can do next
Yeah.
Monday.
No,
Pete.
that's
Yes,
that's
he
a
has.
special. That's
Let me just check what
Yeah,
I'm doing Thursday.
that's a paid for special. That one.
I've turned that the wrong way.
Oh.
What am I doing Thursday?
Right, so I don't need the chuck anymore. Can get rid of
I've got a
that.
bit of wood just behind that, which
Nothing.
I can't do Thursday.
we'll talk about that afterwards. But if you're off Thursday, I might do it.
Yeah, good man, Pete. You could next Monday as well.
No, I can't. I got my carrier pigeons are knackered, mate.
Well, that's one way of
Oh.
putting it.
Let me put my little gluing tray up. I've lost the other half of the box. Oh no, there it is. There's said box. There's said there. Yeah, well, is the overhead the best camera for that, or is that the best camera?
Just a question: are you not going to sand the bottom of that box before you put it together?
You ought to really.
Ooh, Steve.
Be worth it.
Well, you know,
Oh, Steve.
actual
Steve.
detail, attention to detail, Brian.
Steve, you're absolutely right, mate. I'm going to have to put that chuck on quickly. Pop that in there.
Thanks, Todd. I am really nervous doing lives.
Yeah. So I reckon the more you do, Pete, the better
Yeah,
you'll get
practice
used to it.
together.
Now I've been doing it for 100 years now, and every time I look up at the screen, I get a catch. So
Stop
I've got
looking at the
5
screen.
Yeah,
I've got
that's what
5
your earworms
students
are
to
for.
teach. I've got 5 students to teach Wednesday night, so I won't be able to do Thursday. I'll be knackered.
Tired?
Yeah,
no, I can do Thursday. I can.
good man. Well done, P. You're a star.
So someone asked a question. Hang on, what was the question? Then? Oh yeah, how fast does Brian turn when he's applying the sand and paste? About 500.
Around 500, and then for the first sort of 3 minutes or so, and then once you find the grit has kind of done its work, turn the speed up to about 1,000, and just kind of burnish it off then, because it is
You kind of feel it, don't you?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Feel
You
the
can
grip
feel when the
break.
grit's done its work. Yeah.
When it's all going right down to 1,000 grit, then you burnish it off, and then you can wax it after that. But although Yorkshire grit is not a finish, it does give a lovely shine.
It does.
The
It's a beeswax. Yeah.
It gives
But
you
it's
the
not a
perfect,
hard finish.
the perfect piece of wood to put the finish on. That's what it does.
Yeah.
I've got a little tiny hole in the bottom of that where the grain pulled out when I was cutting it out, and I don't think I'm going to get rid of it.
Probably not. I saw
what
that
I'll
when you pulled
do-
it off.
I'm probably not going to get rid of that. Well, no matter, because we're going to laser engrave the bottom anyway.
Yeah.
We'll give it a quick bit of sanding sealant just to see what it looks like.
I think Douglas Bungallow's creeping up your list, Joe.
creeping.
He's saying
Douglas
that,
is
man.
galloping up it.
Well, he said to Andy, I've just rung a nurse. Joe made me feel ill.
Is that your home help, Douglas? Take that.
Yeah,
What's the
Tick
last
Magnet
one?
said 500 then 1,000, thanks. It is 500 and you will feel the difference.
I'm not going to
when your
polish that
feel
now
is right,
because
bring it up.
that's it. I'm not going to polish that because I need to laser engrave it, so that's as much as that's getting.
Yeah.
For now. But thanks for reminding me, Steve.
I've seen somebody's paying attention.
Well, obviously you're not.
No need. You should know by now.
I do actually, but I like to get the confidence from you guys. It's great.
That's okay. We'll hang you out to dry one day. Just say, get on with it.
I know. And I'll be like, oh no, fall apart. I'm going to fall apart now.
So I'm
Super
coming
Blue.
to this Thursday. You available, Terry and Joe?
I am.
Yes,
There,
I am.
Roman? Grand
Absolutely.
Right.
Steve has to go to work, so he can't do
Right.
it.
Yes, mate.
If you're going to laser engrave, I wouldn't glue it together yet, because if not, it's going to rock about when you're trying to laser engrave.
I do it on the bean bike, Steve.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
have a bean bike to get so they can keep things level.
Beanbag.
So that's the bottom.
Can you
We got
just
the camera
move
a
your
bit,
camera
Brian?
down a bit? Just a bit so we can see you put it
This
together.
bit.
Yeah, that's it.
Grand
Lovely.
job.
We can see you put it together then. It's good.
See, can I push that down a little bit further?
Excellent. Good. Yeah.
How about that?
Excellent.
Not bad. Oh, that's actually a really good fit.
You still got to glue it.
Yeah, I know.
Now, what you want to do now, before you just
That's the wrong glue.
before you just flash all the glue on it,
I'm not going to splash the glue anywhere, Terry.
look around
Yes.
the piece. Look around
Yes,
the piece
Terry.
and find out where you want the catch to line up with the grain
Oh,
in a nice way.
what?
You might want the round bit, or
You mean this bit here?
If you
you
remember
might
back,
want the catch to line up there.
no, other
That's
side.
what Pete said. There you
That's
go.
the one.
Yeah, that's
That's
a nice
where the
side.
catch
That.
goes. The catch goes there.
That's the catch goes to that bit. Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that. You see. Just
Yeah.
put it over to make sure the catch is in the place. Now look at it.
Yes, yeah.
Is it in the
Yeah,
middle of that round bit? Yeah. Because we can't
There's
see
no-
it exactly. You have to. Right.
There's
That's where
no.
it goes there. Perfect. Eyeball that. And away you go.
Dave Otis just said dry fit would be easier for the laser.
What kind of glue are
Brian's
you
got
putting on?
a bean bag anyway, so he'd be alright.
Yeah.
What kind of glue is it, Brian?
It says just super glue.
Just super glue. Yeah.
Just super glue. I can't get it to come out of the tube. It's kind of medium thick super glue, but it won't come out of the tube.
It's probably
For goodness sake.
new pot then. Get a new one. You left the lid off too long.
I haven't. It's coming, but it's just dead slow and still. Oh, there it is. There it goes. So what I'll do is I'll use a little piece of wood. I'll put a little bit of super glue down there. If I can get
Oh,
it
it
right.
must be thick stuff.
Have you got a pin or something just to pop the top?
Unscrew the lid.
No, it's coming. No, it's coming. It's just.
Pouring it out.
So it's Christmas.
Oh, shut up. I swear to God. My
It's got to
God,
go
that is
pop
bad.
now.
Right, that's,
Take the lid
throw
off.
that. No, threw it. I just threw it in the bin.
Unscrew the lid. You can
We'll
unscrew
use
the
some.
lid and
We'll use
pour
some
it
of
out.
this.
There you go.
So what I used for that is I made a load of stitch pickers for sewing people,
Mhm.
and I kept one of them, and that's
do.
perfect for unblocking them tubes.
No.
I need a lot in there, will you?
So I'm just using a little toothpick.
Because it's got such a tight fit, I wouldn't put accelerator on the wooden
I'm
bit.
not putting any accelerator on
Because
it.
you might not get it on quick enough.
I'll just
Then
try
it
and make
just
sure
said,
the whole
so
surface
he's
is
well
covered.
loaded, throwing out glue like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's Ben. You got
And
money
he
in
could
there.
have a
Yeah.
dozen SK114s if he wanted to.
Line it up. Line up the catch.
If he did, what we're going to wind him up about, you know?
Yeah.
Right,
He
that's that
sticks
bit on.
his hand to the lid. He sticks his hand to the lid.
Left the whole lot up, yeah. I've done that before.
My general advice on super glue is never attach super glue to something you can't pick up and carry away.
Yeah, like a toilet seat or something.
That's really good advice, Pete. Something you can't take to the hospital with you.
Mhm.
I just sprayed a little bit of accelerator in that. There we go. And now we need to do that.
Check it works. Yeah, look at that.
Well, I don't want to open it again until we get this glued in. Now I need to work which way do I want this to go
Which
round.
way do you want the grain? Yeah.
I want to
Look
run
at
that
the
way.
lid and see which way it looks. Does it look nice?
So that's
you
where
can
the
see it,
grain
not
is
us.
on there, and then the grain
Yeah.
runs that way.
Yeah.
Or do I want the grain to run diagonally opposite?
No, don't run opposite.
No,
Go with
run
it.
that way.
No, run with it, yeah.
That's
I'll
lovely.
do the same thing. A little
If you
bit
give it a
super glue.
beard now, it'll be some type of wee bit.
Ah,
What a waste of glue.
super glue everywhere. Not wasted.
Yeah, it's all right, because you've got that bit of board, not the lathe, because you can carry that bit of board.
Right, Anthony Green. Hello, Anthony. I've seen you in the
Hey,
chat.
Anthony.
Anthony says, apologise if you've said already, but where can he buy the metal catches?
Procraft.
Rings.
In the UK,
Procraft.
it's Procraft with a K. .co.uk.
Procraft with a K.
But
They
most
are
most-
generically available around the world.
Most wood turning shops have them. I bought this
Yeah.
in the woodshed in Northern Ireland, like.
Yeah.
But you can get them direct from Procraft if you want.
Procraft in the UK, definitely. And they are lovely. All right, I've got a thing about them. I love them. I think
Yeah,
they're
they are
beautiful
great.
hinges.
They're
There's
great
My
not
for
much
fetish is
gifts
those
for
hinges, I
people.
got to say.
They're great for gifts.
Easy for you to say. Right,
At
throw that over
that.
there.
Benjamin says it's a bit like an urn for guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
Cremation
mice
urn,
even.
yeah.
Of course, it could be an urn for Maurice the mouse if he passes away.
Hey, you leave Maurice out of this.
Now I got to say, I burnt my mouth when Brian made me cut one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And-
you
and-
So,
It didn't need much of an urn after it finished. There wasn't much ash.
not much left, no. You just hang this up.
Well, I haven't been to Sneinton for a
I'm a
while
bit
to
late.
see if
I'm a bit late
Sneinton's
today.
got any.
Right, here we
did
go.
have-
Up. Put that up there. Set that down there.
Stick
Change that
Morris in it.
camera to there. Bring that down to there.
Look at that. Look. Brian, for a first time using one of those hinges, you've done really well.
There you go, guys.
Yeah, that's really good. Very nice.
Those hinges are lovely. They make a lovely finished product.
They do.
You do,
Um,
don't they?
Made that tenon on the lid a little bit deep, and it could have been a millimetre better.
That's all right.
And as you can
But-
see from that, they are quite a stiff hinge,
Elegant.
so they hold the lid beautifully. They just work.
That's,
It
that's
gives
very
it
nice.
They're
elegance,
just right.
doesn't it? Shut the lid then. Let's see it shut. Click.
Yeah,
Look
do
at
as
that.
you're
Click.
told.
Look at that.
Nice little click shot.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
And then I'm going to hold it so that I can click it open again.
Yeah.
Dick Magnet says he wants to see a close up of the hinge, please.
Close up
Bring
of
it
the
towards
hinge.
the camera.
That's it. That's it. Now just close it and open it so we can see. Look at that. Click fit. Look at that.
Can't get it open.
Just of interest, Brian. What sort of price did that run where you bought
That
it?
was
I mean,
that
obviously
was
with different
that was
prices.
£3.50.
£3.50. Look, eh?
They're nice. I
That's-
like them.
Put
There
the
you go.
price of the box up by 15 quid.
Did. You can buy them in silver as well. They do silver and
You
gold.
buy them silver. You can get different sizes from different
Bronze,
prices. And
gold.
So I'll go bring you guys back in again. Make sure you're all kind of.
Ed
And
Nelson
as,
said, "What a lovely job. Well, nicely
Still
done,
awake?
Stephen the Wood Dude said earlier, you can even paint them to match your piece of wood and make
You
it
could.
great.
Yep,
You
you
could,
could.
yeah.
They're kind of a matte finish, so they would take paint, I would think, easily enough.
Yeah.
I would think it would look really nice if you gold leafed those lines, those bands.
I think you should go get knotted, Terry.
Just those lines.
What
Just
we'll have to do
gold leaf-
is
gold leaf
actually
the bands.
just the bands, yeah. I'll have to clean a little bit of wax out of them. It's kind of filled them up so they're not as dark.
Robbo, you going? See Robbo?
Bye,
Thanks,
Robbo.
Robbo.
Cheers,
Thanks
Robbo.
for coming in and watching.
Take care.
Great.
Nice to see you,
Appreciate that.
mate. Thanks for coming in.
Right.
Well, Glenn's
You
just
guys
got
back-
home.
I see. I knew that.
Hey,
He was
Glenn.
sitting
Nice
outside watching in the car.
Case
And
of wine for Joe.
He's just brought me some rosé wine. No, rosé
Ah.
cava, is it?
Well done,
Good
mate.
man.
Well
Oh,
done.
Case of-
Prosecco.
Case of
Prosecco,
Prosecco for
even
Joe.
better. I think I might go into the house and have a little snifter myself once I've tidied up this mess. Look
Well
at the
done,
mess
boy.
in my workshop. Shavings
Oh, you're still
everywhere.
awake, Steve. I thought you'd fallen asleep.
There you go, Brian.
Oh no!
Already.
I'll send you this.
That's on its way.
Is
It's
that,
wending
is
its
that
way
now,
to you.
is that now brown bit of? Oh no, resin. So I have to turn a resin egg then. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yeah, because Easter's coming, you know. Easter's round the corner.
Easter's just around the corner. Right, I'm going to leave you
Could've been
guys
an
with
egg then.
this. I'm going to leave you guys with this picture, and it's good night from Pete.
Good night, all.
Good
Thanks for
night from
coming in.
Steve.
Good night.
Good night from Terry.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Good night from lovely Joe.
Good night, everybody.
And a very good night from me, guys. I'll see you all next Monday night. I'm not being on Thursday. Pete's doing Thursday for me.
I'll do Thursday, yeah.
And nip over and see Lewis's video tonight. See you all later, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks for
everyone.
watching.
Take care.
Bye.
Appreciate it.